Clarity. Folks, you have to have clarity if you're opening any business. I don't care if you're selling hamburgers, you're selling cars, or you're offering medical exercise training. You have to have great clarity on what it is you're offering to your client. And most importantly, you have to have clarity and a vision of what you want your practice to look like. I can't tell you how many times we've had medical exercise professionals that are certified in multiple areas that will sit down and say, Dr. Mike, I want to open a business. Great. What do you want the business to look like? Well, I just want to see clients, and they list maybe 50 or 60 different types of conditions they want to work with, all types of training they want to do. And what ends up happening is they now have a fogged view of what they want their practice to look like. A foggy view, folks, produces chaotic outcomes. And with that, it becomes very, very important that you have clarity on how you want your practice to work. Vitally important you have clarity. Clarity is probably the most important thing that you're going to do as far as beginning the process of building your medical exercise training practice, or if you're already in a practice, to make that practice more efficient and more profitable. And folks, let me say this, there's nothing wrong with the word profitable as long as you're producing positive outcomes for your clients. So clarity is the first thing. Now, in our medical exercise specialist business success path, that probably is the most important thing. That's why we have it listed as number one. If you don't have clarity, everything else breaks down, and that clarity gives you the vision of what the practice will look like. Let me give you an example. How many clients do you want to work with per day? What types of clients do you want to work with? What do you want your studio, if you're opening a studio, what do you want it to look like? What's the color scheme? What will the carpet look like? What will the logo look like? Where will you put your logo? Those are things that give you clarity. Here's the great thing about clarity, it pulls you forward. The more clarity you have, the more you're pulling forward. This morning, I left the house about 7:30 going to a meeting. And here in Houston, this time of year, we get a lot of low-lying fog. Well, as I'm driving along, it's foggy. So what do? I go a little slower. When I get to areas where the fog is cleared, I go a little faster. And as I'm driving along and the sun is coming up and burning off that fog, guess what? Everybody starts going a little bit faster. Clarity becomes the key. And with that clarity, it now allows you to have a clear vision. So the first thing you have to do is get clarity. And with that, let me tell you a little bit more about our medical exercise specialist business success path.